The whole family is exiled to a barren island in the eastern sea. The Gu household wailed to the heavens. Only I kept my head down, barely holding back the smirk. A barren island in the eastern sea. In my past life, I grew up in a coastal fishing village. Gu Yaning, criminal daughter of the Gu family. Do you hear? I hear you. Humph. Xianing, don't be afraid. I'm here. Once we're there, I'll go hungry before I let you go hungry. Bro, where do you get this mysterious confidence? On the island, you'll be the one I keep fed. All right, I know that sea better than anyone. There's no end to the sea salt you can dry, no end to the fish and shrimp you can catch. Pearl oysters lie in the front bay, waiting to be picked. You can eat kelp like a meal. Fish sauce, so fresh you'll swallow your tongue. Bro, what you should worry about is whether you can take the sun out here. The island's surrounded by sea on all sides. The wind and waves swallow men whole. Go there, and you'll leave no bones behind. Pity the second Miss Gu is so beautiful. She'll end up fish food. What a pity, what a pity. To hell with pity. Do you know how much sea salt sells for inland? Have you ever seen pearls roll out of an oyster shell? Have you ever tasted fresh-caught fish sauce, mixed into hot rice? Gu Yenro, you scheme to frame our whole family, thinking exile to this lonely island would bury us alive. But you don't know, this road to death, it's paved with gold. Thank you, truly, from the bottom of my heart. Second Miss Gu, you seem rather cheerful on your way. You misunderstand, sir. Just don't want to slow the family down. Humph. It's all Mother's fault, making you suffer along with me. Mother, listen to me. The island isn't that bad. What do you know? I know the island. Surrounded by sea means endless fish and shrimp. Constant sea breeze means salt pans dry fast. It's better than the capital. Really, Mother. Yanning, how do you know all this? I read it in books. Books do describe the island as a death trap, a graveyard from which no one returns. But in my past life, I lived by the sea for over 20 years. I know how generous that sea is. Books are just books. What I've lived is my own. Salty, fishy, damp with sea mist and the smell of distant seaweed. So familiar. Every morning in my past life, when Grandpa rode out on his mountain sail, this was the smell. Feels good to be home. Father, look, what are those big white birds flying over the sea? Seagulls. Where there are many seagulls, there are fish. You even know that. Read it in a book. Yawning, starting over might not be so bad. Father, starting over will be good. Left to fend for ourselves. This is where we'll live. Let me look for somewhere habitable. No need to look. This is the saltahydride. Top grade fine salt. We're rich. Sister, what are you doing? Setting traps. We'll collect them tomorrow morning. Guaranteed fish. Yawning, when did you learn all this? Born with it. Oh, these would cost a dozen taels a plate in the capital. Free here. Bro, come with me west to cut wood. We need to fix the hut. Otherwise the whole family will sleep in water when it rains. Father, you're still recovering. Rest today? Help me check the north slope for a freshwater stream. This needs patching. Salt pans on the eastern reef flats. Pearl oysters and kelp in the southern front bay. Drying racks on the west side for seafood goods. Vegetable garden on the north slope. Self-sufficient. I served as an official half my life. Yet my daughter's hands do more than mine. Father, it's not about skill or lack of it. You were framed. It was never your fault. Whether I'm innocent or not no longer matters. It matters. Once I've got a foothold on this island, I'll uncover the truth and clear your name. The salt pan is the top priority. Use the tide to channel seawater into the basin. 3-stage evaporation. Outflow basin for evaporation. Mid-basin for concentration. Mid-basin for crystallization. This is the triple sun evaporation method Grandpa taught me in my past life. The salt comes out pure white and fine, with even grains. This salt is whiter than what the capital shops sell. Inland coarse salt is 300 cash a caddy. Fine refined salt is 1 tael per caddy. With the quality of ours, pricing it at 2 taels isn't a loss. First batch, 50 caddies. Pack it up and store it. Wait for an opportunity to contact the outside. Don't rush, buyers will come to us. This is the sea. Sooner or later a boat will pass. Salt this good. Won't go begging. Sister, being exiled isn't so bad. Shoo, don't let outsiders hear that. Gu Yinrong, you thought throwing us onto this lonely island was throwing us into a grave. But you don't know. This island is my gold mine. And you sent me home with your own hands. The island isn't entirely uninhabited. Half an hour east of the southern bay, a few fishing families are scattered. They've fished for generations. Almost no contact with the outside world. To them, exiled convicts are no different from plague carriers. Give and take. This is the start. Uncle, your net mesh is too big. All the small fish are escaping. Young lady, you can speak our language? Learned a few phrases as a child. You're from the other side of the island, the new arrivals? A family of 5. Ah, no wonder there's been smoke from the reef flats lately. Single layer net with wide mesh. No wonder they don't catch much each day. Uncle Zhang, I can show you how to modify the net. Modify the net? Double layer set net. Outer layer with big mesh drives fish in. Inner layer with fine mesh catches the bottom. Your catch will at least double. Try it tomorrow. If it doesn't work, it's on me. Miss Gu, your net method really works. Today's catch is more than we'd normally get in 3 days. If you ever need anything, just say the word. You're a kind young lady. I don't just want a neighborly relationship. I want a road to the outside world. Uncle Zhang, how do you usually buy salt and cloth? Every 3rd of the month. I row to the county town on the opposite shore to sell fish and trade for daily goods. Is the county town far? Half a day with a fair wind. There's my chance. Uncle Zhang, next time you go to the county, bring something for me. Sell what? Wait here. This is salt. I dried it myself. This quality is 10 times better than what the county shop sells. Take 50 caddies. Go ask the salt shop manager for a price. Sure, leave it to me. Miss Gu, this is Manager Zhou from Haiyuan Trading in the county. He tested your salt and insisted on coming to the island himself. The fish bites. Miss, fine salt of this quality is only found in official tribute salt. How did you make it? Craft? What kind of craft produces salt like this? An heirloom girl. Name a price. 1 caddy, 1 tael, 5 mace. Wholesale price. Advanced supply of 200 caddies. 200 caddies. Can you really supply steadily? Only more, never less. Good. I'll take this deal. I have conditions. Miss, please go ahead. I can supply exclusively to your Haiyuan trading house. But you must help me open trade routes to all coastal ports. Miss, you are the daughter of an exiled criminal official. Salt doesn't know its owner. Only quality. You sell it. Use your trading house's name. Nothing to do with the Gu family. Straightforward. It's settled. Yawning, this is real? Really? From now on, 25 taels a month for household expenses. 25 taels for expansion. 25 taels saved. Brother, expand 2 more salt fields. Production has to keep up. Sister, learn to sun-dry salt with me. I can't do it alone. Father, you help me keep the books. How much salt we take in. How much we ship out. Every tael spent must be accounted for. Everyone, take your positions. Things are starting to turn. Once the salt fields are on track. The second move. The southern bay ahead. Water depth, 2 zhang. Gentle current. Fine sand at the bottom. Perfect environment for pearl oysters. Sister, what are you doing? Raising pearls. Pearls. Pearls worth dozens of taels each. Top grade, 100 taels each. You can raise pearls? Yes. How long until they produce? Over a year. That long. Worth waiting. In a year, this bay will be my pearl farm. 1 top pearl, 100 taels. 50 pearls is 5,000 taels. What's the hurry? Good things are worth waiting for. And what is this? Ropes for growing kelp. Soak in the sea, they grow themselves. Harvest in 3 months. Sister, how many more skills do you have that I don't know of? Plenty. You'll see. After sun-drying, cut into thin strips. Some for ourselves. Some, ask Uncle Zhang to take to the county drugstore. The shopkeeper took it. Said it can be used medicinally. 1 caddy dried kelp. 301. Not a lot, but it's steady. What really earned me my second fortune was fish sauce. In my past life, Grandpa's fish sauce recipe. I remember it perfectly. Wash fresh small fish, add coarse salt, ratio 3:1, into a clay jar, seal. Expose to the sun. Every 3 days, open and stir. After 6 months, fish meat fully decomposes. Filter out the amber clear liquid. That is fish sauce. Flavor that goes straight to the bone. Asked Uncle Zhang to take it to town. The tavern keeper. The moment he saw the dried scallops and dried shrimp, his eyes were glued. This quality, these sizes. How much do you want? Dried scallops, 1 caddy, 5 taels. Dried shrimp, 1 caddy, 2 taels. Dried squid, 1 caddy, 1 tael. I'll take it all. More next month? Yes. Sister, what's that smell? The smell of failure. Rainwater leaked in. Salinity was diluted. The whole jar of fish is rotten. Not the fermenting kind of breakdown. True rotting. Pour it out. Start again. Starting over means another 6 months. 3 months? Why? Last time failed due to insufficient salt. This time I increased the salt proportion. Seal the jar mouth with oilcloth. Then weigh it down with stones. No rainwater can get in. Sister, aren't you upset? What good does being upset do? Find the problem, fix it, done. Second batch, fish to salt ratio adjusted from 3:1 to 2.5:1. 3 layers of oilcloth on the jar mouth. Weighed down with 2 big stones. No problems this time. Rich girl, your fish sauce is selling like crazy. How so? The biggest restaurant in town. The manager tasted it, slammed the table, asked how much more I have. Take it all. How much per bottle? 3 taels. 10 bottles, 30 taels. Also a rich lady from a great house. After tasting the fish sauce noodles, chased me, asking what it's called. And if I have more. Yes, but limited. Maximum 50 bottles per month. 50 bottles isn't enough either. Not enough is better. Scarcity breeds value. Only things in short supply can demand a higher price. By the end of the 3rd month, I calculated the accounts. Sea salt, 300 taels a month. Dried seafood, 80 taels a month. Fish sauce, 150 taels a month. Kelp, 15 taels a month. Total monthly income, 545 taels silver. 6 months ago, we were thrown onto this island. Penniless. Now over 500 taels a month. 3 times what father earned as an official. Yawning, your father, all his life. Read the classics of the sages. Served in the imperial court. In the end, you're the one feeding the family. Your skill is in the court. My skills are in this sea. Your mother was right. Starting over might not be bad. Sister, do you think we can go back? Yes. When? When I want to. You don't want to go back now? No. This island, in others' eyes, a wasteland. In my eyes, it's my gold mine. My home. Go back. Go back and do what? Wait till I turn this island into the most valuable place in the whole Eastern Sea. Let everyone know. That Gu Yanning was not exiled. Gu Yanning came home. Miss Gu, there's trouble. They say the court issued a maritime prohibition, forbids civilian ships from sailing. What? Then the salt and dried goods? Whose order? On paper, the Ministry of War issued it. Says it's to prevent pirates. Have there been pirates in the Eastern Sea recently? No. Then it's not to guard against pirates. It's aimed at me. Gu Yinro, the maritime ban? Quite a bold stroke. Cut off the maritime routes. That strangles the lifeblood of all my businesses. Salt can't be shipped out. Fish sauce can't be shipped out. Dried goods rot on the island. He thinks this will trap me. Sister, what do we do? Don't panic. Manager Zhou, wait. The ban only applies to civilian ships. Then we're fine. Uncle Zheng. Miss, what's the matter? The nearby villages. How many households total? 13 villages, large and small. At least 400 to 500 households. Once the maritime ban is issued, can they still go fishing at sea? No, they can't. Then what will they eat? Exactly. Help me contact each village head. Get them together. Miss, what do you plan to do? The ban doesn't cut off just my family's livelihood. It cuts off all fishermen along the whole coast. 400 to 500 households, thousands of people, lose their livelihood overnight. This will cause a huge uproar. The Zhou household can't suppress it. I understand. I'll go at once. Within 3 days, all 13 village heads had arrived. I didn't show myself. This couldn't have the Gu family's shadow on it. Uncle Zheng went out to gather signatures. They wrote a petition. The memorial was sent to the capital. Sister, what if the court ignores it? They won't. How can you be so sure? Because this sea ban is stupid. The sea ban was issued by the second prince through the Ministry of War, using the excuse of preventing pirates. But there are no records of pirate activity in the Eastern Sea. A policy full of holes like this. The crown prince can't just ignore it. He wants the people's support. Not a foolish decree. Miss, the sea ban has been repealed. The crown prince personally overturned the ban and ordered a full investigation into who pushed it. There's one more thing. I hear the crown prince sent a recorder named Feng Yin from the household administration to handle this matter. This man is the crown prince's confidant. He has the authority to submit direct memorials. Feng Yin, the crown prince's man. Someone who can get a message straight to the crown prince. This connection will be useful later. Sister, you're amazing. It's not me. The ban itself couldn't hold up. But if you hadn't made the fishermen submit that petition, it might have dragged on another month. Notify shopkeeper Zhou. All the backlogged goods leave the island. Double this month's output to make up for it. The sea ban is gone. But I know, this isn't the end. Gu Yinro won't have just one trick. The first move was open and direct. If it fails, the second will be underhanded. Brother, from today onwards, take turns keeping watch at night. Watch what? The boats? Yinang's boat was sabotaged. Which bastard did it? The cut is smooth. Professional ironwork technique. Not random hacking. Not a local fisherman's tool. What do you mean? Fishermen use a curved gouge to split wood. This is a straight flat chisel. Blacksmith standard issue. Someone from the capital. Brother, take a Hai and Hua to search the island. Search for who? He's still on the island. The north side is hidden. Search there first. Who sent you? Search him. This is the evidence. No need to interrogate. Tie him up and lock him away. Tomorrow morning, send him off by the upper route. Sister, how did you know? That Fong Yan by the Crown Prince would handle this? Last time about the sea ban. The Crown Prince ordered an investigation into whoever pushed it. Fong Yan was the one assigned to investigate. So you deliberately placed the evidence right into his hands? Yes. Saves it from being intercepted along the way. What's wrong? Nothing. Just, sometimes you're a little scary, sister. Scary? Why? You seem to have everything figured out. Not figured out. Gu Yanro only has so many tricks. Over and over. It's just cutting off routes, dirty moves, and framing people. Her first trick, cutting off routes, failed. So the second one is definitely a direct attack. Then what's the third? The third, we'll know when the pearls come out of the water. Second Miss Gu, Secretary Fong. His Highness the Crown Prince. Send me to see how your family is faring on the island. Secretary Fong, do you see anyone starving here? First Miss Gu wept in the capital, saying your family on the island has no clothes to wear and are barely surviving day to day. What do you think, Secretary Fong? Doesn't look like it. Then that's correct. Try some. Miss Gu, His Highness the Crown Prince asked me to ask you a question. Please speak. If there is progress in the unjust case, would you be willing to return to the capital? Not for now. Why? My pearl oysters still have 3 months until harvest. Can't leave. Second Miss Gu. The Crown Prince also instructed me to convey this. The Gu family's exile was carried out based on solid evidence of guilt. It had to be done. If the Gu family is truly wronged, then simply bring forth the evidence, and the charges can be cleared. His Highness wants me to find the evidence myself. His Highness said this is an opportunity left for you. Then please trouble Secretary Fong to report back. Convey 3 things to the Crown Prince. Please speak, miss. First, the Gu family has been exiled for half a year. On this island, I opened salt fields to supply salt. 3 coastal counties. I sustained the fishermen of 13 nearby villages. Second, I partnered with Haiyuan Trading Company. I pay 60 taels of silver in taxes every month, contributing tax revenue to the county. First and third, that 300,000 taels of disaster relief silver back then definitely did not end up in my father's hands. Just conduct a thorough check of the Ministry of Revenue's old archives. Then cross-reference the second prince's household expenses ledger. The truth will be easy to find. You know in your heart where the silver went. It's only a guess. A guess. My guesses have always been accurate. Second Miss Gu, forgive my bluntness. Your courage is greater than any noble lady I've ever met in the capital. People who survive on a barren island can't have small courage. Farewell. Secretary Fong, wait. Take 2 caddies of dried fish with you. Isn't this bribery? It's a local specialty. We can't let the Crown Prince think this lonely island in the Eastern Sea has only wind, waves, and rocks. Miss Gu, you are the most interesting exile I've ever met. Flattery. The Crown Prince, Lu Chun, calm, rational, decisive, ruthless, exiling the Gu family. He didn't hesitate. He's not a bad person, just deceived. Now that the clues have been delivered, whether he investigates or not is his business, and all I have to do is one thing, live well. Turn this island into an iron fortress that no one dares touch. Make everyone see clearly what kind of person Gu Yaning is. Sister, those 3 things you said to Secretary Fong just now, was that deliberate? What do you mean? You could have directly said the second prince embezzled the relief silver. Why only call it a guess? Because I don't have proof. But you know for sure. Knowing and proving are 2 different things. Pointing out the direction is enough. Let the Crown Prince investigate the rest himself. If he finds it, it's his achievement. Then he owes us a bigger favor. Sister, you're really scary. Thanks for the compliment. A month after Fong Yan left, life went on smoothly. The pearl oysters still had 2 months until harvest. The salt fields had expanded to 5. Monthly output of fish sauce hit 300 caddies. The second batch was out of the vat. Demand exceeded supply. Until that day. That's a naval ship. Like a knife thrust into the bow. Are you Gu Yaning? I am the prince, here to buy salt or dried fish. I am Prince Jinghai, Lu Hong, sent by the Crown Prince to inspect the Eastern Sea region. Oh, inspecting the sea region. How did you end up inspecting my doorstep? I heard someone turned a lonely island into a treasure trove. Stop by to see. Seen enough? Then do as you please, Your Highness. I still have 3 rows of seaweed to harvest. Where did you learn your salt drying method? Family tradition. Family tradition? The Gu family are scholars. Where would they get a salt drying craft? Passed down from my mother's side. You do all this alone? The whole family works together. How many years of output? Monthly output. 300 caddies dried fish, 200 caddies fish sauce, 50 bottles. Supplying whom? Haiyuan Trading, Zhou Yuanfeng. Does His Highness know him? Merchants along the eastern sea coast. I know them all. Your island has no defenses. Defend against what? Sea raiders? Are there sea raiders in the eastern sea? Not before. Hard to say in the future. Sister, that man is so fierce. Not fierce, cold. What did he come for? To see if I'm a threat to you. A threat? An exile turning a barren island into a thriving venture. Whoever commands the Navy would have to come take a look. So now that he's seen it, what does he think? I don't know, but I guess he finds it interesting. Otherwise, he wouldn't have asked so many questions. Miss Gu, my prince says these are surplus supplies. Dropped off on the way. Thank His Highness for me. Why did they send us things? He said it's on the way. You believe that? No. But I'll take the stuff. What are you doing? The roof is too thin. It won't hold during typhoon season, so I'm reinforcing it. Your Highness, inspecting or passing by during construction. Sister, His Highness is interested in you. He just thinks I'm useful. Useful? The Navy needs dried fish and sea salt. I can supply steadily. Then why does he keep staring at you? You're mistaken. I'm not. Today he looked at you 6 times. I counted. You're too idle. I am idle. That's how I can count. 6 times, sister. 6 times. Go to sleep. 6 times on his way. Go to sleep. A typhoon is coming. A typhoon's coming. Hurry, get everything inside. My pearl oysters. 50 oysters, nearly a year of raising. 2 more months, and I could open them for pearls. If the typhoon topples the cultivation racks, and the oysters are swept away, a year's work is all for nothing. Janning, where are you going? Haiwan, I'm going to the worksite to reinforce the racks. Are you crazy? The waves are huge. Huh. You don't want to live? That's not an oyster shell. What? That's my whole family's livelihood for next year. Next typhoon, you're not going anywhere. I'll have men guard your oysters. Damage from the typhoon wasn't big. The rest held because of reinforcement. The salt pans got flooded with seawater. Need to reclean them. 2 ropes on the cultivation rack snapped. 3 bamboo poles tilted. But the oysters weren't lost. It was Liu Hang's men who dove in at night to secure them. It's the Navy's knot-tying method. Rough, but sturdy. Miss Gu, what is it? His Highness asked me to pass along a message. He says the Navy is at sea year-round. The soldiers' consumption of dried fish and sea salt is enormous. His Highness wishes to discuss a long-term cooperation with you. What terms? The Navy will purchase at official prices. Your sea salt and dried fish, settled monthly. And my conditions? His Highness says you are free to use Navy vessels. Every month, transport a shipment of my goods to the opposite port. Through the official naval channel. Not subject to any ban. Go ask your prince. His Highness's exact words. He certainly knows how to use leverage. He said, Miss Gu, please speak. Each takes what they need. From that day on, Gu family sea salt officially became a supplier of military provisions to the Eastern Sea Navy. Every month, the Navy sent a ship to pick up goods, and incidentally shipped my merchandise to the opposite shore. Via the official naval channel. Any ban, no effect. Anyone who tries to stop it, no way. What does that mean? It means from now on, anyone who wants to mess with my business will first have to think twice about whether they can touch a military supplier. Sister, were you doing it on purpose? What? That day you rushed to the bay in the typhoon. Did you know his ship was nearby? How could I possibly know if he was there during a typhoon? Then aren't you afraid of death? Afraid, but more afraid of being poor. Really? Really? Then what about the outer robe he wrapped around you? Returned it. When did you return it? I didn't see that. You asked too many questions. Go to sleep. Sister, your face is red. It's not. It's sunburn. Ha 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 ha. The pearl oysters had been cultivated for a full year. On the day of opening the oysters, the whole family gathered by the sea. This is a pearl. Keep opening. Yawning. This one, how much is it worth? 1,000 taels? Miss Gu, this batch of pearls sent to the capital will cause a frenzy among the noble ladies. I know how you plan to sell them. Don't sell all of them yet. Keep the 10 best ones. I have another use for them. What use? You'll know later. Final pricing. Top grade 120 taels per pearl. Medium grade 60 taels per pearl. Secondary grade 20 taels per pearl. Total value of this batch, 4,600 taels. Add an income from salt and dried fish. The Gu family's wealth now surpasses over half the middling official households in the capital. The pearls entered the capital under the name Pearls of the Eastern Sea. Shopkeeper Zhou sent the most beautiful ones to the top jewelry store in the capital on consignment. Within 3 days, all were sold out. The most expensive strand was bought by the Empress Dowager's personal maid. The Empress Dowager wore that necklace. At the palace banquet, everyone asked about its origin. What did the Empress Dowager say? She said they were better than the tribute pearls from the South Sea. The maid answered, a small island in the Eastern Sea. Cultivated by the lady herself. The people who need to know will know. Sure enough. Word reached Gu Yinro's ears in less than 2 days. Shopkeeper Zhou's people reported that a maidservant named Betrothal had come to the jewelry store 3 times to inquire. Asked about the source, the supplier, and the backer. Betrothal, Gu Yinro's personal maid. She traced the source to Haiyuan Trading, but couldn't dig any further. The trading company is under my name. She'll guess it's me. Then what do we do? Let her guess. Guessing makes her anxious. Anxiety leads to bad moves. Second, Miss Gu. Someone has impeached the Gu family to the court, the Exiled. Convict has privately harvested Eastern Sea tribute pearls, a crime. Aggravated penalty. The impeachment memorial was submitted by Censor Liu of the Censorate, but the wording doesn't match his usual style. Suspected ghostwriting. Sister, what are you laughing at? You've been impeached. I'm laughing at her stupidity. If this charge sticks, it won't stick. Pearls are tribute marine products. Natural harvesting would indeed count as stealing government property. But my pearls aren't natural. What do you mean? I cultivated them artificially. I planted the seedlings myself, inserted the nuclei myself, and raised them for an entire year. Artificially cultivated pearls don't count as government property. They don't count. Those are what we raised ourselves. So that impeachment is a scrap of paper, but even a scrap must be dealt with properly. Hand the evidence to Fang Yan. I'll point the direction. Let the crown prince handle it himself. How to dismiss it? But this is only the surface result. In secret, Fang Yan followed up on what I said. The handwriting analysis results for the impeachment memorial are out. It's not Imperial Censor Liu's own handwriting. The person who wrote it. The handwriting matches the document Gu Yinro previously submitted to the Ministry of Revenue. Highly consistent. His Highness the Crown Prince has ordered the retrieval of the Ministry of Revenue's Earth Vault, the warehouse's current records. The expenditure flow of the second prince's manor for the past 3 years is under investigation. Preliminary findings show 100,000 taels of unexplained silver transferred through a fur trading firm. Every word was within my expectations. But when I actually saw it written in black and white, I still let out a long sigh of relief. 3 years. This account is finally being settled. Over the next month, news came flooding in like a tide. First wave, the Ministry of Revenue's warehouse was sealed. The Crown Prince personally opened it for disaster relief. Silver shortfall, 100,000 taels. Second wave, the account books of the second prince's fur trading firm were seized. The flow of the 100,000 taels of silver was crystal clear. Out from the Ministry of Revenue, passed through the fur trading firm, finally entered the second prince's private accounts, of which 30,000 taels were used to bribe 6 court officials. Susan, one person's whereabouts unknown, distributed as various gifts to those close to him, including Gu Yinro. Third wave, handwriting analysis. Final result. Back then, that forged ledger that pinned the crime on my father, the handwriting analysis result came out. Compared with Gu Yinro's own handwriting, extremely high match. Father. The wrongful case is about to be overturned. 3 years. 3 years. Yawning. Thank you. What is there to thank? You are my father. Days like this, I haven't had in over a decade. A family sitting together, drinking hot porridge. I don't like drinking porridge. I like eating grilled oysters. Once things here are finished, I'll come back to live here. This was the most he'd eaten since his exile. Some things don't need to be said. A family sitting together, sharing a meal in peace. That is enough. The second prince was confined to his manor. The Minister of Revenue was imprisoned. The process of Gu Yinro entering the palace to confront the Empress Dowager's interrogation was written down word for word, like a play whose ending was already known. Did you participate in forging evidence? Framing your own father? This humble woman has never done such a thing. The Minister of Revenue's testimony mentioned your name 3 times. He must have deliberately framed me. What do you have to say about the handwriting analysis result? This humble woman is innocent. Witnesses and evidence are all here. How much longer will you deny it? As the legitimate daughter of the Gu family, framing your own kin, colluding with a prince, your actions are unforgivable. From today, you are expelled from the Gu family genealogy, reduced to commoner status, never to be reinstated. This play has finally ended. Sister Gu Yinro has been expelled from the family register. I know. Why are you so calm? What else? Aren't you happy? Happy. But I still have 50 bottles of fish sauce to bottle. Help, or keep standing and watching. Sister, can't you show a bit more excitement? What use is excitement? She has ended up like this. It was her own choice, but she harmed our entire family, so she paid the price. Gu Yinro's matter ends here. From now on, whatever life she leads has nothing to do with me. You really don't hate her? Hate takes too much mental energy. I still have real work to do. The second prince was stripped of his title and made a commoner, exiled to the northwest. Gu Yinro had nowhere to go. She sought refuge with her birth mother, Lady Wei. Lady Wei sent her to a nunnery to copy scriptures and repent. Not allowed to leave. The maid Betrothal was at her wit's end. Through many twists and turns, she found me. She begged me to pass a message, asking if Miss could take her in. Let her come to the island shop. We're short of hands. Miss, are you sure? She was Gu Yinro's person. She is a maidservant. What her mistress did has nothing to do with her. What if she harbors ill intentions? What ill intentions can a homeless maidservant have? Give her a meal. Let her work. Second miss, I beg you to take me in. Get up. Starting tomorrow, go help at the fish drying racks. Start work at sunrise. Stop work at sunset. Yes. Thank you for your great kindness. Second miss. It's not great kindness. It's a shortage of hands. Sister, what now? You took in Betrothal. Was it intentional to let people in the capital see? See what? See your magnanimity. I'm not magnanimous. I truly lack hands. Then why are you smiling? I'm not smiling. Your lips are turned up. Must be the wind. Blur. His Highness the Crown Prince asks. The wrongful case has been cleared. Is the Gu family preparing to return to the capital? Not returning to the capital for now. Why? His Highness the Crown Prince laughed after reading your reply. The kelp harvest is done. The last batch of fish sauce is bottled and sealed. The salt flats have been entrusted to Uncle Zhang. The aquaculture farm is left for a high to manage. Miss, if you're unhappy in the capital, feel free to come back. This island will always have a place for you. Uncle Zhang, I'm not leaving forever. The salt flats, the farm, the shops, all kept. The island is my home. I'm just going back to take care of some matters. Miss Gu, you go with ease. Whoever dares touch anything on the island, I'll stab him with a fish spear. All right. Wait for my return. I'll treat you to fish sauce noodles. A year and a half ago, I was thrown here to wait for death. A year and a half later, I've turned this place into a treasure trove. Let's go. There are still accounts to settle in the capital. Yawning, should we still pursue the dowry? Pursue it. Those are your belongings. Not a single piece can be missing. But I'm afraid he can't produce them. If he can't produce them, then convert to silver and compensate. Mother, those dowry items were left to you by grandfather. You feel sorry for him. Did he ever feel sorry for you back then? Early the next morning, he went. What did he say? He said everything is still there. Told me to come another day to take inventory. Stalling. How do you know he no longer has them? 1 day of stalling is 1 day gained. Then what should we do? Tomorrow I'll go with you. Yawning, you're here. I brought the inventory. Item by item. Right. Why the rush? Right. Missing 41 pieces of red coral. Gone. And these things? Lost. Lost. The nunnery is simple. Poorly kept. Gu Yenro. The red coral head ornament set was bought by grandfather for 3,000 taels, purchased from a Nanyang merchant. You tell me, how could it be lost? Within 3 days, return the original items, or compensate with 3,000 taels of silver. I don't have 3,000 taels. Then go explain it to the Court of Judicial Review. The dowry inventory is on file with the authorities. Every item is documented and verifiable. Gu Yanning, you insist on wiping out. 3 days. Where did he get the money? Sold off jewelry and clothes. Pawned everything pawnable. Then he's none of my business now. Brother, you need to make a trip. Where to? Back to the island to transport salt and fish. Route. Take the naval channel, find a high. Just me alone? You alone? I have to mind the shop. What if something happens on the road? Won't happen. Who dares stop a naval vessel? And once you're on the island? Will Uncle Zhang and the others recognize me? Just say you're my brother when you go. Uncle Zhang has seen you before. What if the cargo counts don't match? Ahai has the ledger. Just check against it lightly. If the numbers are off, don't load the shipment. Come back and tell me. All right, I'll go. Salt, 300 caddies. Fish sauce, 50 bottles. Dried goods, 200 caddies. Not a caddy less. Not a bottle off. How was it? Smooth? Uncle Zhang even sent 2 baskets of fresh shrimp back with me. Said they're for you to taste. Hard work? Not at all. Sister, from now on, let me run this route. You focus on the shop and the capital business. Fine. After that, the entire freight line from island to capital was handled by my brother. 1 trip a month. Rain or shine. I made the money. He took it where it needed to go. We worked together perfectly. Eastern Market, capital city. Every inch of land worth its weight in gold. Right here. Sister, the salt is arranged. The fish and meat are on the shelves. What's missing? Customers. Why is this salt so white? East Sea refined fine salt. Made by sun-drying and triple steaming method. 3 times finer than the coarse salt from the official salt bureau. How much per caddy? 1 tael 5 mace. Official coarse salt is 1 tael 2 mace per caddy. Yours is cheaper than official salt. Better quality, lower price. Give me 10 caddies. A strong start. Within 3 days, Jinghai Ward's refined sea salt became the talk of Eastern Market. Whiter than official salt, finer than official salt, cheaper than official salt. Housewives spread the word. Lined up to buy? Miss, how much fish sauce do you have left? I'll take it all. 50 bottles a month. No more, no less. 50 bottles isn't enough. Good that it's not enough. 30 bottles a month. Prepay for half a year. 1 month later. Sea salt sales. 800 caddies per month. Revenue, 1,200 taels. Pearl jewelry sold, 11 pieces. Revenue, 3,400 taels. Fish sauce sales, 50 bottles per month. Revenue, 150 taels. Dried seafood sales, 300 caddies per month. Revenue, 400 taels. Total monthly revenue, 5,150 taels. Minus shop rent, labor, transport costs. Net profit, 3,800 taels. Within 2 or 3 months, Jinghai Ward became the hottest shop in Eastern Market. When you're hot, people get jealous. First to come knocking, the official salt bureau. Does your shop have an official salt bureau permit for the salt you sell? Yes. This says seasoning fine salt, not edible coarse salt. Correct. I sell seasoning fine salt. Seasoning fine salt is a refined salt product for cooking and flavoring. It is a different category from edible coarse salt, which is under the official Salt Bureau's jurisdiction. Sir, you can check the law. Seasoning products are not governed by Salt Administration. My master invites you, miss, for a cup of tea. Which master? Salt Transport Commissioner, Lord Han. Han Qingda controls the entire coastal salt route. He's monopolized coarse salt inland for decades. Huge profits. Refined salt messed with his pie. It didn't exist before. Hard to say about the future. So that's what this is about. He already knew back then that once my salt entered the capital, it would stir up a hornet's nest. Thank Lord Han for me, but I'll pass on the tea. The shop is busy. Miss Gu, my master said. Some matters are better discussed sitting down. There's nothing to discuss. I sell my seasoning fine salt. None of the Salt Administration's business. Mrs. Young, some matters aren't decided by the law. What does your advisor mean by that? Nothing much. Just a reminder, miss. Doing business in the capital requires knowing your place. I operate legally, pay taxes on time. That is my rule. What's wrong? Today someone stopped our cargo boat at the dock. Said they needed to inspect the goods. Held it for 3 full days before letting it go. 3 days. During the hold. That batch of fish sauce in the hold, the bottles shattered. And the dried goods got damp, most of it ruined. How much loss? Fish sauce, 45 taels. Dried goods, at least 60 taels. Plus the restaurant couldn't wait and canceled. This month's order. How much canceled? An order for 30 bottles of fish sauce. The manager said he couldn't wait. Sourced sauces from another supplier. Over 100 taels lost in that. Plus 1 long-term client. Not a crippling blow. But it stinks. What about Han Qingda's people? He can detain us again next time. He won't detain us a second time. Why not? Because starting next month, my goods travel by water. Through the official naval channel. Lu Hong. You knew this day would come. Han Qingda has monopolized the salt route for decades. The moment I entered the capital, I cut into his profits. He'd be a fool not to react. Don't worry, there's nothing on you worth scheming for. Thanks. Han Qingda accused you of disrupting Salt Administration. He submitted a memorial? He did. The Ministry of Revenue reviewed the documents. Fine salt is not under Salt Administration. Rejected. Rejected. Han Qingda was so angry he smashed his teacup. He's not done yet. He can't touch me in the open, so he'll go underground. Wait and see. Underground, I recognize that handwriting, like a knife carved into paper. Lu Hong. Next time you come to the capital, I'll treat you to fish sauce noodles. Sister? Who are you writing to? A client. What kind of client? Is worth smiling at the paper for? I wasn't smiling. You were smiling. The corner of your mouth was up. You're seeing things. I'm 15. My eyes are perfectly fine. Go check the goods to be shipped tomorrow. On it. Sister, it's that prince, isn't it? Out. Next time you come to the capital, I'll treat you to fish sauce noodles. Lu Heng is back in the capital. Says it's for reporting duty. Naval commander. Reports once every 3 years. He just reported last year. And he's back again this year? 1 bottle of fish sauce. 3 taels of silver. Anything else? No. Your Highness, take care. 1 bottle of fish sauce. Your Highness, did you finish the last bottle? Finished a bottle in 3 days. That stuff is salty as hell. 3 days. 1 bottle. A bottle lasts 2 months for a normal person. His Highness isn't busy today. Finish the report. Waiting for approval. Wait at my shop then. On the way, again. That guy's here again. Yeah. What does he want? To buy fish sauce. Does buying fish sauce take an hour? Maybe he's choosing. You only have 1 kind of fish sauce. Then maybe he's comparing prices. Guyaning, are you doing this on purpose to annoy me? Bro, go bring out the dried scallops from the back and put them on the shelf. Don't change the subject. Move. On mid-autumn night, my flagship will be docked at East Pier. And then, the moonlight over the sea is beautiful. So you should come. When is the appointment? What did he say? Asked me to look at the moon with him. Bro, are the dried scallops moved yet? Guyaning, you look different. Here. Sit. I recognize this. This was the largest and roundest pearl from my very first batch of oysters. I kept the 10 best ones and didn't sell them. I thought this one was locked away at shopkeeper Zhou's. When did you ask shopkeeper Zhou to keep it aside privately? He didn't tell me. I told him not to. What do you want this for? Guyani? I didn't come to buy salt. I know. I didn't come to investigate either. I know that too. From the first time I saw you harvesting kelp on the shoal. In this life, I want my ship to only dock at your shore. It's been a long time since I felt this way. Not in my past life. This is the first time in this life too. Lu Hong, can you maybe not buy just one bottle of fish sauce from now on? I thought you were here to pick a fight. So you agree? Agree to what? Agree to be with me. I agree you should stop buying just one bottle of fish sauce. Isn't that the same thing? No. One is an emotional issue. The other is a sales issue. Guyani? Can you be serious for once? Fine. Serious. I'm willing. In the days that followed, Lu Hing started coming to Jinghai ward openly. Not to buy fish sauce anymore, but to help. You're standing in the light. Move again. Lu Hong, are you here to help or to make trouble? Help. With what? Help take this out. Don't go out. Teach me. A naval commander learning net weaving? More skills never hurt. Loop it through here. Thread it up from the bottom. Did you learn anything? You didn't learn anything. I learned one thing. What? How to get you to hold my hand willingly. Luaha, let go? Not letting go. My brother's watching from behind. Let him see what you're doing to my sister. Lion dance, net weaving requires interlocked fingers. It requires a heart-style finger technique. How come I've never heard of that? The water's internal. Bro, calm down. I can't calm down. Gu yawning. Get over here. Brother Gu, I'll visit another day to propose formally. What did you say? I'm asking for your sister's hand. What day is convenient? Did you ask me? I just asked. When did you ask? When you held my hand. I was teaching you net weaving. I took it as agreement. Lu Hong, The marriage proposal hasn't even materialized yet. Trouble is already here first. Someone in court submitted a memorial. The Prince of Jinghai is too close to the daughter of a disgraced official. It damages the royal family's dignity. The Empress Dowager summoned the Prince of Jingyan to the palace for a lecture. She chose 3 noble ladies for him. Told him to pick one to marry. What did he say? The Prince of Jinghai knelt and refused to rise. Said he would only marry one person in this life. If not granted, he'd rather hand over his naval command and become a commoner. Is he mad? The Empress Dowager's exact words. For the daughter of a disgraced official, you'd give up your title? My father has already been exonerated. What daughter of a disgraced official? The Empress Dowager's point is about family standing. What else did he say? The Prince of Jingnong's exact words. The Gu family's injustice has been redressed. She is not the daughter of a disgraced official. She is the one who fed 30,000 soldiers of the Eastern Sea. She is the one who brought affordable salt to the people. This minister is unworthy of her. He has never been unworthy of anyone. What was the Empress Dowager's attitude? She was silent for a long time, then told him to withdraw. No clear stance. No clear refusal either. No, but she didn't agree. I understand. All pearl jewelry orders for Jinghai ward this month. Suspend delivery. Miss, 30% of these orders are from imperial consorts and noble ladies of the capital. I know. Suspend them. Won't this offend people? Yes. And you still want to suspend them? First day, nothing happened. Second day, the Empress Dowager's head nanny sent a greeting card. The personal attendants of 3 princesses also came. Cards from 6 first-rank titled ladies piled up on the counter, all asking the same thing. When will the pearl jewelry supply resume? Jinghai ward is currently taking inventory, temporarily closed. Reopening notice to follow. Third day, the capital's noble ladies' circles exploded. Miss Gu, the Empress Dowager. Her Majesty asks when the shop will reopen. Soon. A lot's been happening lately. I'm feeling unsettled. No heart for business. The Empress Dowager sent a message. I merely spoke casually. As for the Prince of Jing'an's marriage, he may decide for himself. Sister, did you just use pearls to force the Empress Dowager's hand? It's not forcing her hand. Then what is it? It's letting her know. I'm not a pawn to be manipulated. Notify shopkeeper Zhou. Resume supply tomorrow. Just like that, the objective is achieved. Why not resume? A businesswoman doesn't fight against money. The esteemed Prince of Jinghan, climbing over my back courtyard wall. Why not use the gate? Your brother's guarding the front door. Heard you suspended operations for 3 days. For me? For myself. I said I could relinquish my command. I know, but you don't need to. Why? Because I can handle it myself. Lu Hong, I don't need you to give up anything for me. You are the Prince of Jinghan. You should guard your seas. I just don't want you to suffer any injustice. I haven't suffered any. The Empress Dowager has relented. Marry me, Gu yawning. You haven't even proposed properly yet. I'll go tomorrow. My brother will hit you. He can't beat me. Can you not be so cocky? I can. But why bother? Then it's settled. Tomorrow. Miss, the island was attacked by sea raiders. 2 salt fields were burned. Half the cultivation racks were cut down. 3 fishermen were taken. Uncle Zheng is injured. When did this happen? 3 days ago. Sent by water route. Delayed. What sea raiders are in the Eastern Sea? Don't know. 3 ships came. Burned, looted, then fled. The salt fields, the cultivation racks. That was a year and a half of my work. What else did the letter say? When Uncle Zheng was injured and fell, he heard the leader speak. What did he say? It was the capital dialect. Not pirates. Not pirates. No, they were people disguised. Sister, I'll go back to the island with you. No rush, no rush. The salt fields are all burned. Burned? They can be rebuilt. As long as everyone's safe. Sister, who did this? Take a guess. Hanqingda, you're smarter than your brother. I figured it out too. I just didn't say it. Brother. You, go keep an eye on the pier. See if any large groups of ships left abnormally in the last 3 days. What are you going to do? Write a letter. Island attacked. Fake pirates. Speaking the capital dialect. Iron anchors are official issue standard. Just 3 lines. That's enough. Won't you add, I'm worried? Or hope you return soon or something? Why should I? To build affection. This is military intelligence. Not a love letter. Then when will you write him a love letter? The Prince of Jinghai set sail overnight. So fast. He got your letter and didn't delay a moment. See, 3 lines work better than a love letter. Miss Gu, aren't you worried? Worried about what? He's taking troops out to sea. What if he is the Prince of Jinghai? The Eastern Sea is his territory. Lei Xiao says you're not worried? You've practically snapped your brush in half. Wind strong, hands are cold. Sister, it's June. Go outside. Lu Heng blocked those 3 ships. In a reef area southeast. All captured. Not one escaped. The ringleader was brought back for interrogation. Got it. The mastermind, Salt Commissioner Han Zhongda. Han Zhongda is the one who sent people to make trouble before? Right. Why did he burn your salt fields? Because of my refined sea salt. It destroyed his decades of monopoly profits. So he paid people to pose as pirates. Not just money. He colluded with remnants of the deposed second prince. Funded the fake pirates. His goal? To completely destroy my industrial foundation on the island. Salt fields gone. Pearl business gone. I lose my supply chain. Lose the supply chain. And Jinghai Ward is an empty shell. He takes the chance to buy it up cheap. Restore monopoly along the coast. So he spent a fortune. Hired a bunch of people. Built 3 ships. Traveled hundreds of miles. Just to burn my sister's salt fields? Yes. Don't you think it's a loss for him? Once he restores the monopoly, he'll recoup tenfold in a year. But right now, he's taken a huge loss. Loss to his grandmother's house. But it's not over. The news of Hanqingda's investigation hasn't spread yet. Something else happened on the island. Bahai's second letter, remaining bandits. Lu Heng took out Hanqingda's main force. But there are still stragglers. Taking advantage of Lu Heng's absence. The last wave. Brother, pack up. We're going back to the island. Now. Right now. Sister, I'm going too. Don't make me stay behind. Last time you left, I was so worried in the capital I didn't sleep for 3 days. Might as well come along. At least I'll be worried while knowing why. Fine. But once on the island, follow orders. Understood. Miss, why are you back? How's your injury? Just a scratch. Nothing serious. What about those men? 7 or 8 escaped. Fled into the northern mountains. Abe took people to chase them. Didn't catch them? Stopped the pursuit. Why? They can't get away. This is an island, surrounded by sea. They have no boat. They can't leave. Uncle Zheng, does it hurt? It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt? Miss, your hands are gentle. Then I'll tighten it a bit more. Ow, you just said it didn't hurt. Hey, easy, easy. A year and a half's work. A third destroyed. Ahai, gather all the fishermen. What for? In case they come again. I've lived on this island for a year and a half. Every reef, every path, I know them better than I'd like. There are only 3 places to land. The southern beach, the eastern rocky shore, and the shallow water by the western mangroves. The north is sheer cliffs. No way up. Set tripwire traps on the eastern rocky shore. Tie ropes between the rocks. A foot off the ground. Can't see them at night. Bury sharpened bamboo stakes in the southern shallow water. Bury them at low tide. Covered by water at high tide. Step on them and you're done. At the western mangrove entrance, station the fishermen to guard. When did you learn all this? This isn't just common knowledge. This is warfare. Warfare is also common knowledge. Know where the enemy comes from. Block them. Done. And you? Where will you be? The highest point, the lookout on the north peak. What will you do up there? Command. And me? Don't tell me to stay in the fishing hut. You'll be responsible for guarding Uncle Zheng and Mother. In case someone circles around to the hut, you light a fire signal immediately, just guarding the home. Guarding is the most important. The home has parents and the wounded. If you can't hold it, winning the battle is meaningless. Fine, I'll guard. What's that for? If someone comes, I'll hit them with the pot. Can you even lift it? If not, I'll boil water and splash them. Fine, whatever. 1 flag raised east. Enemy from the east. 1 flag raised south. Enemy from the south. Both flags together. Full alert. They'll definitely strike at night. No boats, no supplies. Dragging it out means certain death. Tonight is their last chance. 7 men split into 2 groups. 4 east, 3 south. You don't. You don't. You don't. Little sister all caught. Not one escaped. Hard work, no trouble. So satisfying, sister. No one came my way, that's right. Hey, but I boiled a pot of water for nothing. Not for nothing. We'll cook porridge with it later. Okay. Sister, you have leaves in your hair. And cobwebs too. If the Prince of Jinghai sees you like this. No time to say shut up. Next battle, wait for me. You came too slow. The fishing rods were almost all burned. Brother, look, he's picking leaves off, sister. I see it. Don't talk. So sweet. Shut up. Any injuries? No. Liar. The scrape isn't deep. Lu Hong. I'm really fine. But I don't want to see you get hurt. Never again. Brother, I'm going to cry. What are you crying about? Too sweet. Hold it. Can you be quiet for a moment? Han Chongdo was caught. The Court of Judicial Review raided his home. They found 400,000 taels embezzled from the salt tax. The Crown Prince used this to overhaul the salt administration. Abolish the official salt bureau monopoly. Private refined salt becomes legal. From now on, it's protected by written law. My sea salt. No more skirting the rules with fine table salt. Sold openly across the land. Sister, the salt fields have been rebuilt. What about the cultivation racks? All restored. New spat have been put in the water. Good. Destroyed, it can be rebuilt. Broken, it can be redone. The first thing this island taught me is, the tide recedes, but it will rise again. The sun sets, but it will rise again. Nothing is truly destroyed, as long as people remain. Misgu, Jinghai Ward is on the coast. The permits for branches at 6 ports have been approved. So fast. Personally approved by the Crown Prince. Consider it compensation for you. Compensation for what? You helped the court root out a salt transport commissioner who embezzled 400,000 taels. That was you who rooted him out. You gave the leads. Lu Hong, you remember the betrothal matter, right? I remember. When are you coming? Tomorrow, my brother will really beat you. He can't beat me. You say that every time. Because it's true every time. Sister, he says he's coming tomorrow to propose. Why are you eavesdropping again? I wasn't eavesdropping. You were speaking too loudly. Or was it loud? Either way, I heard it. The prince is coming tomorrow to propose. What betrothal gifts have you prepared? You'll find out when the time comes. Can you give me a hint about one item? No, not even one. No, then I'll guess there are pearls. Sister, there are pearls. The corner of his mouth twitched. Gu Yinro, during the betrothal tomorrow, you are responsible for serving tea. Why is it me serving tea? Because you talk too much. With a teacup in your mouth, you won't be able to speak. Sister, you're so mean. Brother Gu, I've come to propose. Who agreed to you? She did. When did I? Yesterday. Yesterday you asked, when are you coming? You didn't ask if I agree. You asked me when I was coming. That means you agreed. What kind of logic is that? Normal logic. Gu Yaning, can't you discuss it with me beforehand? Brother, don't bother struggling. When have you ever had a say in sisters' matters? Shut up, I'm stating the truth. Come in and sit, father. They've already carried the betrothal gifts here. Can't just let them stand outside the door. First, South Sea coral. Second, East Sea luminous pearls. Third, century-old agarwood. Fourth, 20 bolts of shoe brocade. Fifth, 500 taels of gold. Sixth, 3,000 taels of silver. Seventh, deed for good farmland. 300 mu outside the capital. 7 platforms. Where's the 8th? I recognize these pearls. They are all from oysters I raised myself. I knew there were pearls. I told manager Zhou to set aside these pearls. Every batch we opened, I had him keep the best few. How long did you save them? From the first batch opened to now, a year and a half. A year and a half. From his first time landing on the island, he started saving them. At that time, we had barely exchanged a few words. Lu Hong, when did you start planning? From the moment I saw you on the shoal, dealing with the pirates. Back then, you didn't even know my name. I did. I investigated before coming to the island. Brother, your face looks terrible. Say another word, and see what happens. I'll just say one thing. You lost. Who was I competing with? Compare with him. You haven't even held a girl's hand. Gu Yinro, the Jinghai prince is here. My daughter has a bad temper. I know she has a strong will. She doesn't listen to anyone. I know she wants to spend half the year on the island. I'll accompany her. You are the Jinghai prince. What about the naval fleet? The fleet is on the sea. The island is also on the sea. No conflict. All right, father. Your sister is willing. What am I stopping? Are you really willing? I am willing, but I have conditions. You said after marriage, at least 3 months a year living on the island. I can't leave that sea. 5 months, I said. 3 months, and you're adding more? 3 months is too short. Then 5 months. Deal, deal. Can you please be quiet? Brother, you have bun crumbs on your hand. Those are your bun crumbs. The wedding date is set for 1 month from now. The Crown Prince personally issued a decree granting the marriage. It gave the highest level of honor. The Dowager Empress said nothing. Only sent a pair of jade rui. Considered tacit approval. Sister, where's the wedding held? At sea. A sea wedding was Lu Heng's idea. He said I grew up on the sea. The wedding should be held at sea. I want to be a bridesmaid. You don't even know what a bridesmaid is. I don't know, but I still want to be one. Ah, fine. You are responsible for scattering flowers. What flowers to scatter? You'll find out when the time comes. Sister, does the wedding dress need alterations? It seems loose around the waist. No need to alter it, but you've lost weight recently. I haven't lost weight. You're nervous. No, I'm not. Your hand is shaking. I'm cold, sister. It's July now. Get out. Sister, you will look very beautiful. I know. More beautiful than pearls. Get out. Go, go. So these are the flowers you want to scatter. There's no flower garden on the island. I picked them myself. Pretty, right? It's okay. What do you mean it's okay? I picked them all afternoon. My hands are all pricked. Pretty. Very pretty. That's better. That's more like it. Sister, are you happy? That's good. You deserve it. Oh, heavens. Let's go. Where to? Going home. Okay. Be serious. I'm happy. Gu yawning. Back then, you said each takes what they need. Now I want to change the terms. Change what? I don't want your eyes. Don't want your fishing rod. Don't want your pearls. I only want you. This sea, this naval fleet, this person, from now on, all yours. Lu Heng. You know, why I was willing to cooperate with you from the very beginning. Why? Because you are the only one who jumped into the sea to save me during a typhoon, but scolded me for not valuing my life. Others all think I'm amazing. I'm capable. I'm invincible. Only you worry about me getting hurt. Good. I'll marry you. Every pearl was raised by my own hands. Every pearl, he saved for me. Gu yawning. From now on, don't rush into the sea during typhoons. Then what about my stick? I'll assign 100 men to guard you. Is 100 enough? If not, 200. All right, haha, flowers done. I'm out of flowers. Stop scattering. Come here. Brother, you're crying too. No, sand in my eye. On a beach? Where would sand get in your eye? The wind blew it. Oh, good. Congratulations, Miss Gu. Congratulations, Your Highness. Prices should still be the same, right? Haha. Tired? Not really. Hungry? A bit. I'll have someone heat up congee. No need. Little sister stuffed it into my hands. Said she was afraid I'd be hungry. Your sister's not bad. She talks too much. People who talk a lot are attentive. You praise her today. Tomorrow she'll think she can fly. Then let her fly. Lu Heng. In this life, thank you. Don't thank me. Our days ahead are still long. Still long. This island, my island. Now it's our island. First year of marriage. Lu Heng said, 5 months on the island. He kept his word. Every year, early spring to autumn, we're on the island. He handles naval military affairs. I manage the salt fields and aquaculture. Days on the island. We each tend to our own work. At dusk, we sit together on the beach and watch the sunset. You row left. I am rowing left. That's right. Lu Heng, you don't normally row on the ship, do you? My ship has 300 oarsmen, so you're the one sitting. The one standing? Then learn to row today. Haha, stop laughing. I'm not laughing. If you laugh again, fine. I'm laughing at the Jinghai prince who can't row. If word gets out, your soldiers will weep, so you're not allowed to spread it. That depends on your performance. What performance? Haul up that fish dragon. Is this performance enough? Passing. Sister, what are we eating today? Can't you cook yourself? What I make doesn't taste as good as yours. Then learn from me. I learned. Couldn't master it. Or too lazy to learn. Both. Here we go again. Good morning, Your Highness. Is there fish congee today? There is, but you need to help your sister harvest kelp. Deal. When did you learn to haggle with him? Learned from you. When did I? You haggle with everyone. That's called negotiating terms. Same difference? Same. Did you take the wrong medicine this morning? No. In a good mood. Why in a good mood? Because you're being glib. Truth. Eat your congee. Third year of marriage. Jinghai Ward opened branches at all 6 coastal ports. Refined sea salt sold well in 13 inland provinces. Pearl farming scale tripled. Annual yield, 300 top-grade pearls. Fish sauce became a staple in every kitchen in the capital. Kelp farming technology spread along the entire coastline. Coastal fishermen gained an additional stable income. Monthly revenue exceeded 10,000 taels. I built a shipyard on the island. Not for warships, for merchant ships. The first maritime trade fleet belonging to Jinghai Ward set sail from here. Can you sit down? Can't sit still. Are you like this when you go into battle? In battle, I'm not this nervous. In battle, if I lose, I can try again. This, I cannot. How is she? Is she alive? I'm asking you, how is she? I'm alive too. The illustrious Jinghai prince, his hands are shaking. Lu Heng, your son, don't you want to look? Looks like you. Where? I have a loud voice. Lu Heng, you're asking for a beating. Let me see, let me see. So ugly. All newborns are like this. Really? Was I this ugly as a baby too? You were uglier than this. Sister is joking. You were quite cute as a baby. Then can this one also be cute later? Depends on his father's genes. There's hope. Thank you. Father, I can't learn it. Try again, but it's so hard. Your mother learned it when she was 3. Mother, really? False. I only learned it 5. Your father lied to you. But your father still hasn't learned it, so you're better than him. Really? I did learn it. What you learned was how to hold my hand. Does that count? That doesn't count. Does it count or not? Mother? Father? Are you two arguing? No. You say no every time. 7th year of marriage. At court, someone submitted a memorial. The Jinghai prince is absent from the capital all year round. It is a breach of decorum. Lu Heng replied with a single line. My duty is to pacify the seas. Not on the seas. Could it be in the capital? Crown Prince Jing, Lu Chun, saw the memorial, laughed and approved it. Whose letter? Yingru's. What did it say? Said you bought 8 bottles of fish sauce. Not enough? Next time, buy 10 bottles. How much can you actually eat? It's not for me to eat. It's for the soldiers. Then what do you say to Fang Yan? Supporting the princess consort's business. He even writes to tell you this? He tells me everything. In the future, correspond with her less. Why? She's too gossipy. That's my sister. I know, but she's too gossipy. Are you afraid she'll tell me all your embarrassing stories? I have no embarrassing stories. 8 bottles of fish sauce isn't an embarrassing story. That's support. All right. Support business. I understand. 10th year of marriage. Jinghai Ward was already the largest maritime trader in the Eastern Sea. Refined sea salt sold strongly in 13 provinces. Pearls renowned far overseas. Fish sauce became a nationally known condiment. Kelp farming technology benefited tens of thousands of fishermen along the coastline. I built a lighthouse on the island. 3 Jinghai, built of gray stone. At the top, a perpetual lamp burns day and night. At night, it guides all passing ships. That desolate, solitary island from back then is now the most prosperous trade port in the Eastern Sea. What are you looking at? Is it beautiful? Beautiful. Looked at it for 10 years. Still beautiful. When I was first exiled here. Do I regret it? You guess. No regrets. Correct answer. This island was my home in a past life. My home in this life. In the next life. I'll exile you here again. Lu Heng, you're asking for a beating, huh? Mother, I learned it. Good job. Your father is amazing, right? 100 times more amazing than your father. I really can weave. You can't. I can. Then weave one now and show me. Another day, you'll see. Back when I was thrown onto this island, everyone thought I would die here. But I didn't. I survived here. I lived better than anyone. This island lit up my entire life. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to do something a little different from my usual videos. Instead of only showing you the final story, I want to talk about how these videos are actually made. Many viewers may not know how much work goes into one video, so I want to share the process with you. If you are watching this right now, please comment movie number 18 below. This lets me know that you are following the video, and it also gives me more motivation to keep making content for this channel. To create one video, I have to go through many steps. It starts from an idea, then moves to script writing, character creation, video generation, voice creation, and final editing. Each step takes time, and every step affects the quality of the final video. The first step is finding the idea. I need to think about what kind of story I want to create. Is it a system story where the main character suddenly unlocks a powerful ability? Is it a cultivation story where a weak person rises against the heavens? Is it a revenge story, a reincarnation story, a fantasy adventure, or a romantic action story? The idea has to be interesting enough to make people want to watch. After I choose the idea, I use ChatGPT to help me build the story. ChatGPT helps me expand the concept, write the narration, organize the plot, create dialogue, and develop the characters. It helps turn a simple idea into a more complete story. But I still need to control the final result. I read everything again, fix the weak parts, adjust the tone, and make the script more suitable for my channel. Writing the story is not as easy as it sounds. The story needs to be clear, exciting, and emotional. The main character needs a goal. The enemies need to create pressure. The scenes need to flow in a way that keeps the audience interested. Sometimes I rewrite a scene many times because it does not sound powerful enough, or because the dialogue feels unnatural. After the script is finished, I start creating the characters with AI. This is one of my favorite parts, but it is also one of the most difficult. I have to create the main character, female lead, villains, side characters, and backgrounds. I need to match their appearance with the story. A powerful hero needs strong eyes and a confident pose. A mysterious villain needs a darker atmosphere. A beautiful female character needs emotion, style, and a design that fits the story world. AI can create amazing images, but it can also make mistakes. Sometimes the hands are wrong, the face changes too much, or the costume does not look right. Sometimes the lighting is not good enough, or the image feels too empty. Because of that, I often need to generate many images, choose the best ones, and fix the parts that do not work. When the images are ready, I start creating the video. I add motion, camera movement, visual effects, and atmosphere to make the scene feel alive. I want the viewer to feel that the characters are moving inside the story world, not just standing still in a picture. Then I create the voices and add them to the video. The narration and character voices are very important because they carry the emotion of the story. A battle scene needs a strong and intense voice. A sad scene needs a softer tone. A mysterious scene needs slower pacing. I have to make sure the voice fits the scene and that the timing feels natural. After that, I edit the video. This is where everything is combined into one final version. I arrange the scenes, match the voices, add background music, add sound effects, adjust the pacing, and make the video feel smooth. Editing takes a lot of patience because even a small mistake can make the video feel less professional. To finish one video, I usually spend from 1 day to several days. Some videos take less time, but others take much longer because I have to improve many details. I may need to rewrite the story, remake the characters, fix the voices, or edit the same part many times. I know the final video may only last a few minutes, but the work behind it is much longer. That is why your support is very important to me. When you like, comment, and subscribe, it helps me know that my effort is worth it. In the future, I will slowly show you each step more clearly. I will share how I create ideas, how I use ChatGPT, how I generate characters with AI, how I make video scenes, how I create voices, and how I edit the final video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this video, please support the channel. And if you are still watching, comment movie number 18 below. I truly appreciate you, and I will see you again in the next video. Hello everyone, I'm glad to have you here again. Instead of only showing you a finished story, today I want to show you the work behind it. Thank you for being here and spending your time with my channel. I truly appreciate every viewer who follows my content. If you are still here, type movie number 417 in the comments. I want to see how many viewers are following this behind-the-scenes explanation. The final video is only the last result. Before that, I have to go through many stages, and each stage can take a lot of time if I want the video to feel better. The idea stage is where I choose the heart of the story. Sometimes I want action and power. Sometimes I want mystery, romance, comedy, or emotional drama. I need to know what makes the story interesting before I can turn it into a script. I use ChatGPT to support the script writing stage. It helps me brainstorm, develop conflicts, create character dialogue, and improve the story structure. Even so, I still need to polish the script so it feels more human and easier to listen to. I always try to make the script easy to follow, exciting enough to continue, and emotional enough to make viewers care about the characters. After writing, I start generating AI images. This includes characters, locations, emotional scenes, action scenes, and visual details. The goal is to make the audience immediately understand the world of the story. I have to keep checking the image quality, the character consistency, and the overall mood before moving on to the next stage. A video can change a lot from the first idea to the final edit, and sometimes the final result is very different from the first draft. The goal is to turn static visuals into scenes that feel more cinematic, so the story becomes easier and more enjoyable to watch. Next comes the narration and character voice. I need the voice to carry the emotion of the story, whether the moment is intense, sad, funny, or mysterious. This is often the longest part because I need to review the video many times and fix small problems before the final upload. Sometimes a video is completed in 1 day, but sometimes it takes several days because the script, visuals, voice, or editing need many changes. I truly appreciate everyone who watches my videos. Your support helps the channel grow and gives me the energy to continue working harder. In future uploads, I want to show more of the workflow and help you understand how these videos are created from start to finish. I really appreciate your time and support. Please like, subscribe, and leave the comment movie number 417 below. Thank you again, and see you in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to take a moment to talk with you about what happens behind the scenes before a video is uploaded here. Before anything else, I want to thank everyone who spends time watching my content. Every comment and every like means a lot to me. Please comment movie number 149 if you are still watching. A simple comment like that gives me a lot of motivation to continue. To make a complete video, I need to combine story writing, AI image creation, video generation, voice work, music, sound effects, and editing. Each part takes time and affects the final quality. At the beginning, I build the basic concept. I decide whether the story will be about cultivation, a system ability, rebirth, revenge, urban fantasy, or another exciting theme. I also decide what makes the main character different from everyone else. ChatGPT is useful because it helps me move faster from a rough idea to a complete draft. Still, I always adjust the script to make sure it sounds suitable for the video and for my audience. Sometimes the most difficult part is not creating a big plot, but making the story clear and smooth enough for viewers to understand without getting lost. AI character creation helps bring the story to life, but I still need to guide the style and choose the images that best match the script. AI images are not always perfect. Sometimes the hands look strange, the face changes, the clothing is wrong, or the background does not match the story. So I have to generate many versions, compare them, and choose only the best ones. Sometimes one small mistake in the voice or visuals can break the mood, so I have to review the video carefully. Then I create the video scenes from the images. I add motion, zooms, pans, effects, and atmosphere to make the story feel more cinematic and dynamic. Voice creation is also very important. If the voice does not match the scene, the story will lose emotion. I check the tone, timing, and feeling carefully. During editing, I check every scene carefully. Sometimes a short moment only lasts a few seconds, but I may need to adjust it many times to make it feel right. Even if the final video looks smooth, the work behind it can take a lot of time. I often spend from 1 to several days to make sure the result is good enough. Every bit of support helps me continue making content and improving the quality of the channel. This is only a general overview. Later, I will go deeper into each step and explain how I actually do it. That is the basic process behind my videos. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to comment movie number 149 if you are still here. See you in the next video. Hello everyone, and welcome back. In this video, I want to share the real process behind the stories and videos you see on this channel. Thank you to everyone who keeps coming back to watch my videos. Your support is one of the biggest reasons I keep working hard on this channel. If this video has kept your attention so far, write movie number 394 in the comments section so I can see you are still here. The final video is only the last result. Before that, I have to go through many stages, and each stage can take a lot of time if I want the video to feel better. Everything starts with a story idea. I ask myself what kind of journey the main character will have. Will they start weak and become powerful? Will they receive a mysterious system? Will they take revenge, enter another world, or uncover a secret power? These decisions shape the whole video. I treat ChatGPT as a helper, not as a replacement for the whole creative process. It supports the writing, while I decide what stays, what changes, and what needs to be rewritten. Writing the story takes a lot of patience. A sentence may look